Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Sagittarius for the end of November. Now do keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and feel free to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Sagittarius, let's go ahead and get into this reading here for you. Timeline on this reading will be from the week of the 24th, so the final week of November, all the way until December 4th. Reason I chose December 4th is that is the full moon in Gemini. And yeah, let's go ahead and get all the cards out here, get everything set up and in view. Get right into it for you, Sagittarius, and big happy birthday to you. We are officially in Sagittarius season now. Began on the 21st, actually. So we're right in Sag season. All right. And I think that's looking just about good enough to me. Cool. Energy on the bottom. You have the King of Wands, Sagittarius. This is very much Sagittarius energy. Absolutely love the King of Wands. This is somebody who is a leader in business. This is an entrepreneurial person. This is somebody who likes to explore, new things, such as foreign lands. I should say do things differently than the rest, right? This is somebody who's in the middle of the desert here. This is somebody who's really a fan of, doing something that is outside of the norm. And they're also established in their career. They're a leader in their career. But overall here, this could be your energy on the bottom. Some of you may have some ideas about where to go with a business that you own or a career that you're in. And I have to say that the career and business messages here are looking pretty good for you here. Now, there is an issue of partnership here, and when I say issue, I don't mean problem. There is something connected to another person here that is kind of showing up here in the reading, and we'll try to get as many details as we can on that scenario for you here, Sagittarius. But it seems like some of you are walking into a period of completion here as well. This is looking very, very good as I take a quick overview of the cards. So let's go ahead and dive in. There's definitely a money story here that seems to be pretty nice for you. As I look at this reading, it's probably derived from career or some important completion in life. So right away in the middle, you do have the World card, and this is a major completion in the tarot. This is the final card of the major arcana. Yeah, and it says that you could have achieved something big in life. The thing about the World is it indicates success, right? It doesn't just indicate a chapter closing or a door closing, but it indicates a successful completion of something, okay? And this is, as you can see here, Saturn energy as well. And the thing about Saturn is a slow-moving planet, right? And through Saturn's movements, we learn the value of hard work. We learn that good things take time. And, Saturn, through that, can deliver us challenging and tough messages, but they're very, very important life messages. And to get the World card in a tarot reading means that you've probably been through a significant journey, right? And you've probably learned a lot along the way. Okay, so it does seem like something is coming to a close here for you. Some of you are also doing some or thinking about doing some maybe travel here for the holidays. This may be returning to family. This may be returning to your homeland. Let's say you're in another country, which I wouldn't be surprised considering you're, a Sag sun, moon, or rising as well. Yeah, some of you are maybe thinking about that. I know I'm a Sag rising, and that would apply to me, but I'm sure many other people as well. This could fit part of your story at this time, and it may just mean that you're not actually moving at this time, or you're not actually traveling at this time, but you're thinking about it. These sorts of things. There is a question of partnership here. Let's try to get into that more as we go along. In the first column, you do have the King of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so we're going to use this column as the past here, okay? And it does seem like some of you have had some, like, maybe sleep issues, or some of you have been staying up late at night. There's been something that has been heavy on your mind here with the Nine of Swords. Okay, Nine of Swords, this person has their head in their hands. They're actually sort of like fear casting. You could even say on an extreme level that they're catastrophizing. Okay, they think that these swords are going to go into them, but they never actually do. But this person is fearful and anxious about something that's going on in their life. It could be anything. You know, it could be this partnership here. It could be work. It could be a colleague. But there's very clearly here something in your life that is in the past year that has been a source of like stress for you, I think, based on this reading. Would not be surprised to hear that. And I think that for many, this could be a work-related matter, as you have this Three of Pentacles card here. You can see on the card the colleagues here are looking at the plans or the schematics here. They've already built one statue. They're looking to build another. And this can indicate the idea of collaboration and teamwork within a organization that you're a part of. It can indicate the people you work with. It's also this idea of building, and it's also, it can really indicate good progress in work as well. You actually have two indicators of that with the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, indicating that you're really, really making solid steps in your career life right now, especially as we start off with the King of Wands. We now see that you have the Three of Pentacles. The thing is here in the past, it's very clear that you're making progress. There's also something that is, the word isn't holding you back. You're not being held back. It seems like you're doing quite well, but it's not. You're not being held back. There's something that is a source of stress for you. Okay, something that you are thinking about in the back of your mind. And you know what? I'm going to actually bring this in. I don't know if I brought this in for your reading before, but I brought it in for a reading previously a few weeks ago. Have you ever, like, I saw this on Twitter, and I thought it was just such a good post. And the person who made the post was like, if you're feeling exhausted or tired right now, take a look at your open loops. Have you ever heard of this? Take a look at your open loops. What does that mean? Your open loops are anything in life where, for example, that person you haven't texted, that task you haven't completed, that conversation you haven't had, that goal you haven't started. In many times in life, we have all of these sorts of open loops. And I think for many people, it's around like saying something you need to say to someone, or approaching someone that you have to approach, or something that is sort of looming in the background, something that is playing in the background noise. And if you can close your open loops, it can in some way alleviate the exhaustion that you are maybe experiencing right now. Are you kind of with me here? Does that make sense? This idea of open loops. You may have something that you need to close. You may have an open loop you need to close here with a colleague or with a person here. Sagittarius, as you have the King of Swords as well. This could be an air sign, but it could really be anybody. It could be a person in a position of authority here. With the King of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Cups in the future, there's very clearly, there are other people at play here for you, Sagittarius. Okay, and if there's a conversation you need to have, you have an open loop with this person. There's a conversation you need to have, or whatever the case may be, this could be the sort of solution, you could say, to this Nine of Swords stress, exhaustion energy that may be showing up here for you. Let me know if that's resonating. I'll be interested to hear your comments about that. Now, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the World, and the Page of Wands. Okay, with the Nine of Pentacles here, you absolutely love to see the Nine of Pentacles in a tarot reading. It's become one of my favorite cards this year as I've come back to reading tarot. The Nine of Pentacles suggests that you are in a financially independent position. Or if you're not there yet, as it's in the upper row, you're thinking about what you can do to get there. Okay, as the upper row is the row of your minds, your mind. But some of you are in a position here where you have built something. Okay, as you look at this card, the bush here is full of fruit and pentacles, right? This is symbolism for the ability to sustain one's self. all right? With the fruits, providing, nutrients, and the pentacles providing security, financial security, so forth and so on, right? But not only that, but the person here has one hand on their pentacles, on their pentacle, right? On one of the pentacles here on the bush. And they have one hand free to do whatever they want. And so this person has kind of figured it out. That's the thing I love about the Nine of Pentacles. This person's figured it out, right? For them, life is not just all about money, right? They are thinking about money and their security and their base here is they have one hand on that, but they're also able to do other things. And so it can be around, Nine of Pentacles can say that you have time and space. You've created freedom for yourself. Okay, and I think that for some of you, you're actually in that position now. And for others, you are actively making steps to get there, which I think is equally as good a position to be in. If you're not there yet and you're actively looking, you're actively taking steps to get there, that is absolutely good on you, So I think that this is something that is also kind of like something you're thinking about right now, as you see that Nine of Pentacles there. And for you, this may come down to an offer or an opportunity that is showing up for you here. As you have this Page of Wands. Again, you can see the Page of Wands in the desert. Usually you'll see these court cards in the Suit of Wands in the desert. You'll maybe see pyramids in the Suit of Wands. And that is the idea of like distant lands, foreign cultures, new ideas, anything that is foreign to you. It's also like, look at this person, right? They are a fire dancer. They are in a very, exciting, you could say, career, or, they have, a lot of stories to tell probably, right? They're in a unique position here, and they're really enjoying life, right? And so I think that some of you here are kind of looking at this like sweet spot right now in life where you're concerned about security, and you're thinking about money, and you're thinking about, your foundation, and, maybe what retirement looks like, and all of these sorts of things, what the future looks like. But at the same time, there's another part of you here that's also experiencing now. And you may have an opportunity here with the world in the middle to experience now, right? That you may have never had. Right? As the world indicates completion, you may have completed something major in life, and you can experience being right here and right now. In the final column here, you have the Two of Pentacles, you have the Two of Cups, and you have the Eight of Pentacles. So twos here showing up. We'll see if we get a third two, but for now we'll just keep that in mind. And the Two of Pentacles is, this can indicate financial change in life. This could mean increase, decrease. It really depends. Right? It really depends. For you, the fact, usually, if the Nine of Pentacles is with the Two of Pentacles, for me, that's a good sign. Okay, that's a good sign because of everything I talked about, how the Nine of Pentacles can indicate, even like luxuries in life as well. You have here the Eight of Pentacles additionally, which means that you're not just thinking about it, you're putting it into action. Right? That's what the Eight of Pentacles is about. This person is working very hard to complete their tasks, to complete their projects. This indicates really positive progress and movement forward in career and financial matters. This is also somebody who's talented and dedicated to completing something, right? So this is a major card for you, especially as you have this Three of Pentacles. And Two of Cups can indicate partnership, either romantic or otherwise. Okay, so we'll see here, some of you are maybe thinking about partnering with somebody. Some of you have, a romantic partner that you are, that's kind of like on your mind right now. There may be changes in that area as the Two of Pentacles is above it, but we will see, we will see. I don't see breakup right now, so that's the thing. If it's romantic, I don't see that, but we're going to clarify, okay? We're going to clarify here for you, Sagittarius. We'll move into the clarifications portion of this reading now. I'll start off by pulling some oracle cards, and then we'll also pull some additional tarot cards for you. Okay. I think that's good to me, good enough to me. All right. You have, if you believe. Okay, if you believe. So if this Nine of Pentacles vision, if this Nine of Pentacles energy is just a vision for you now, that's okay. You have to believe that it can come in, though. You know, that's a big part of it. Like this idea of belief is very, very, very powerful. Okay. And some of you, I think, are already there. That's the vibe I'm getting. Is you have the World and the the King of Wands. You have communicate clearly. Here's this idea of open loops and closing them out, as well as wait. But maybe there's a message here around this communication needs to happen at the right time. You know, work with divine timing. You know, try not to work against divine timing. You have romance, look for a sign and listen to your intuition. So there may be a message here around a romantic connection that you are thinking about, that you're kind of going back and forth on, as the Two of Pentacles can also, this person's juggling pentacles up and down, right? So it can be an indicator that you're going back and forth on something. And I do get a sense that some of you are feeling pretty spiritual right now, as well as you have this look for a sign. Maybe you're getting into meditation. Maybe you are, getting into tarot cards. You're getting an astrology reading. I'm like feeling that you may be into, the esoteric right now as well. Some of you may be getting synchronicities in life. So let's go ahead and let's clarify this even more. Now, Sagittarius, do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. As always, do hope things are going well for you. Go ahead and shuffle the deck here. Now, I am using a brand new deck for this portion. I decided to not start out the reading with this because I wasn't sure if people are going to like this. It's actually called the Galactic Star. I picked this up in New Zealand, actually, when I went to Australia and New Zealand, speaking of traveling, earlier this year. So let me know what you think about this deck. It's called Galactic Star. Anyway, you have the Seven of Swords, you have the Hermit, and you have the Eight of Pentacles again. Okay, so Seven of Swords, I talk about this a lot. Not my favorite card in the tarot, but the, and I don't know what's going on with this illustration here. It's interesting. All right. The Seven of Swords, it can indicate deception. Okay, it can indicate something being stolen from you. It can indicate this idea of like being cheated, or there's like a backstabbing scenario here. Generally, if you want to like sum it up, it can be connected to the idea of like you may not trust someone right now, right? Distrust, right? In someone, or you may not fully trust a person here, as it is with the Seven of Swords, okay? Now, this can be about strategy as well, but let's see what's going on here. There may have been a situation here that you felt like you needed to separate yourself from somebody, as you have the Hermit with the Three of Pentacles. The Hermit is okay with isolation. The Hermit's completely fine being solo. In fact, they crave their alone time. They crave, being introspective and finding the answers from within. And so some of you may have felt like you've needed some distance from somebody. This may be of a work nature. This may be a colleague. Like some of you may have felt like you really needed to do this, or some of you needed to create some distance here. This is in the past, by the way, but then you have this Eight of Discs, or the Eight of Pentacles. And, again, this is a really incredible sign when you get the Eight of Pentacles in a reading, and you get it twice here. The thing is, with the Nine of Swords, I wonder if some of you are questioning your talent, okay, with that Nine of Swords. I wonder if some of you are questioning your talent, because not Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles is all about skills, talents, abilities, dedication, hard work. And, as you have that Nine of Swords there's a little bit of like stress, anxiety around that. Let's see what else we have. We have the Four of Swords. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Strength card. Okay, look at that. So I love how the Strength card in just about every tarot deck has the infinity symbol above the main character's head. And, for me, the infinity symbol is, the way that I look at it is, especially as it relates to the Strength card, it's about having infinite power, like within you, right? You have an ability to continue going as far as you want to go, in life. And the Strength card, it is about digging in. It is about confidence. It's about courage. This person has tamed a dragon, as you see here. Okay, this person has, in a normal tarot deck, this would be taming a lion. And they've done something that other people can't do, right? And they've relied on their willpower to make that happen. And as you have this Page of Wands here, there may be some question of like, I'm getting this, some of you are like questioning your, I don't want to get too philosophical here or out there, but like some of you are questioning your purpose. That's the way I'm going to say it. Some of you are questioning your purpose. Okay? As I look at these cards, right? I'm looking at this like fire dancer here on the Page of Wands, right? Any court card could be an aspect of yourself or something else. The pages are usually offers or messages, messengers. But for me, I'm looking at that Page of Wands as like part of an aspect of yourself. And like I think some of you here are kind of like questioning purpose. Like, what is the deeper meaning of my life, of my situation? What do I want to be experiencing? You know? And as you have this Seven of Pentacles here in the middle with the World, you're weighing what you want to do, okay, like what you feel really inspired to do, and also long-term strategy, okay? Seven of Pentacles is your long-range or long-term money, right? So I'm thinking like there's something you really want to do, but you're also looking down the road. You're looking towards the future, and you're saying like, okay, but I also have to be realistic here. And I have to think about, where is my situation now? Or where is it now, and, where do I want it to be coming forward? It is possible that some of you have, at the same time, completed a significant financial goal for yourself already. And there's now an opportunity for you to take that retirement with the Four of Swords. And this is not going to apply to everybody, or there's an opportunity for you to take that trip that you've always wanted to do, or that you go to that place you've always wanted to go as you have that Four of Swords, rest, recovery, or even just take some time. I see, Sagittarius, that you have time. Somebody needs to hear that. You have time. And the thing is that you've created this time for yourself. You have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, we're getting a lot of Pentacles here. You have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so we now do have a counterpart showing up. And we have the Nine of Wands. So Queen of Wands, King of Wands is a counterpart. And isn't it interesting that that is falling on the Two of Cups? Isn't it interesting that it's falling on the Two of Cups? Two things are happening at the same time here for you, Sagittarius. Really, really, really. There's a question of partnership. There's a question of another person in life. This person may be romantic for some. For others, it's just a significant person in your life, in your situation. And there's like resistance here, or there's a question of dedication here with the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. There's something that's hard that is going on between the two of you right now. Okay? And it's interesting because there's, I say interesting, but we don't see like a breakup energy here. Okay? We do see the Seven of Swords in the past, but we don't see like a split, divorce, breakup, separation energy. But there's a challenge that is here right now. The Nine of Wands, it represents a challenge. You're in that last 5% stage, right? You've already gone 95% of the way. You're in that last 5% stage, and it's hard. Okay? It's hard. You're in the trenches, I say, with the Nine of Wands. And so there's something that's going on that's challenging here. But what I want to say is, like, a big theme in this reading is that you have time. So I almost want to say that the guidance here is, try not to rush into anything here right now. Okay? Like, that's, and take it for a grain of salt. I'm just a guy on YouTube reading tarot cards. But the cards here are saying, like, you don't really have to rush right now. With the Four of Pentacles, this is stability. It's about saving. planning, budgeting. I also like that there are other people in this Four of Pentacles card, which usually is just one person. And again, I do think that there are some significant changes going on here for you right now. In financial areas, in relationship areas, and these kind of things are going on at the same time, but it seems to be really solid for you, okay? On the bottom, you do have the Six of Cups. All right, this represents the past. It represents the childhood. You can see like the family home in the background here. The siblings are playing in the family in the front yard here in the family home, and it does represent your family. You know, it does represent your siblings. It represents your homeland, the place you were born, the motherland. It represents people and places from your past. You know, which can re-enter at this time for you. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the Kipper cards here. I think I like this deck. I think I like this Galactic Star deck. It's kind of interesting. Some of you are not going to like it, but anyway, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the Kipper cards. All right, you have Coffin, Courthouse, False Person, House, Poverty, Toil, and Labor. All right, so we're definitely seeing that there is like distrust, or there's an issue of trust here with the False Person and the Seven of Swords somewhere, okay, going on here at this time. This may be connected to family or a romantic partner. As you have the Six of Cups here. Yeah, some of you, as it relates to family, or the Two of Pentacles, sorry, the Two of Cups can relate to a significant love interest, right? And I get a sense that one of the pieces of guidance here for you is Sagittarius, because I'm trying to give you as much guidance here as I can, right? I have a feeling that you're in a really strong spot, and there may be a person very close to you that is in a completely different spot than you. Okay? As I look at some of these cards, such as poverty, right? You know, this idea of toil and labor as well. And I would say, like, hold space for this person. It seems like you care about this person, but, you know, I'm trying to say this in a delicate way, like, this doesn't mean completely cut your close connections off. Hold space for this person, but also realize that you don't have to allow their energy to become a part of your story, right? And so, like, maybe you have a friend or a family member or a loved one, you know, a significant other that is struggling. You can be there for them. You can, you know, hold space for them, but you don't have to struggle with them at the same time. Like, you can, those two things can live together, right? So that's kind of like what's coming in here. Some of you here have some communication, some open loops you have to close. Sagittarius, this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this reading, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon. Enjoy Sagittarius season.